Hello, students. I am Dev, and I am back again to teach you guys a little bit about solar energy and what these solar panels are being used for that you guys can see in the school. So I've created a short presentation in which I will just describe what solar energy is and how we can use the energy in a better way to ensure that we can help our environment. Thank you. So now I'll be talking about the solar thermal design for energy. And the positives of the design are that it's a relatively simple design in the way that you're using solar panels to capture sunlight and convert that into energy. And the design is relatively inexpensive when compared to other sources of energy such as fossil fuels, wind, and etc. But the negatives of the design are that it may require a complicated piping system because keep in mind, the solar panels are what capture the sunlight, but then that sunlight has to be converted into actual energy. And the leakage may occur during this process, and it could create overall energy losses, environmental concerns, and even safety hazards. And also, it may be difficult to build the system, and you may need to hire experts, to just help build certain components of the system. But again, it's going to be difficult to build any system that actually provides for energy, whether it be nuclear, wind, solar, etc. So now for the positives and negatives of the solar air collector design. The positives are that it's extremely efficient and only two photovoltaic panels are required. Also, the design process is also inexpensive and the materials are easily obtainable, and the system can be built by a group of people. But now for the negatives of the design. The design is only going to be able to run when there's sunlight out, which means that it's not going to be able to run on cloudy days because of how the clouds will obviously cover up the sun and the design will not be able to get the energy from the sun. Next, the design will only be able to run for an average of 3 hours per day. And again, this makes sense because the sun isn't out 24/7 and the system has like a capacity of how much energy it can obtain from the sun. In this slide of the presentation, we can see the actual solar panels that are being used in the school. Now, as a bit of background, solar energy is energy, either light or heat, that comes from the sun. The sun's rays are acting almost anywhere. For example, it's what makes your car hot when it's parked in the sun, it's what makes the solar calculator work, it's what makes plants grow, and it's what makes the solar panels work on top of the school. In this slide, we can see members of the school working hard to ensure that the solar panel is up and running. And now I also want to give a bit of background about how solar energy really works and just provide more information about it. There are two basic categories of solar energy. The first one is solar thermal, which is using the sun's energy to heat up things that are in your house, such as using it for water, food, and etc. The next category is solar electric, which is turning light from the sun directly into electricity, which is done through the process of using solar panels. And photovoltaic panels are made from silicon, which is the same material that makes up sand. And the silicon is heated to extremely high temperatures at a factory and then formed into very thin layers. And when the sunlight hits the panels, it moves around tiny particles of silicon called electrons. And these silicon electrons travel through the wires that are built into the photovoltaic panels, which ultimately create energy. It's good that we're using renewable sources of energy, such as solar, instead of using non-renewable energy sources, such as coal and fossil fuels, because the supply for those could run out in the future. But it's still important that we use energy in the proper manner and that we actually conserve energy. We can do this by only using energy when it's actually needed, and if you're not using it, such as Maybe if you're just not in the shower, you're letting the sink run, or you're keeping the microwave open. It's important that you try to avoid these situations in order to conserve energy. The energy we get from the solar panels isn't unlimited, and this means that we have to use the energy that we get from it wisely. Using solar panels is being done to combat the bigger issue of climate change. As most of you know, temperatures are rapidly rising around the world. It is our job to try and use energy that doesn't harm our environment in a negative way. Non-fossil fuel installed electricity capacity, which includes large hydro, nuclear, and renewable energy, is currently at 38%. And this is 2% short of the 40% goal that we want to achieve by 2030. So by using solar panels, we are working to ensure that we have a clean environment.